Hi everyone, it's Will here from Meritt. It's a very special day for me because I get to finally share publicly some of the amazing results that we have been delivering for our customers this year in 2025. This case study that we've got today is with our customers Macrobond Financial. They're a Swedish startup based in the global financial intelligence space, so top-down macroeconomics productivity tools that combines data. They've got about 300 employees and they have a global presence here in Europe, UK, US, Asia as well. So a fairly large startup, and they are growing really well. So they came to us with a particular challenge that they need to hire quite a few sales reps because they're increasing their sales targets for 2025. And they're also looking to do that in the US. They had a few employees in the US, but they need employees there. They need to get into that territory and they need to get into it fast. The challenge, of course, is everyone's really busy. How can you do that in a way that's really nice and fast? And that's where Meritt came in. So you're going to hear from our customer, Howard, that's talking about that. But just before we do that, just talk about some of the results. So in 45 days, we processed 1,453 applicants. Meritt's technology assessed 351 of them. Of those 351, we placed 6 hires in the UK, US, and the DACH market, and we did that in 45 days. And it's also worth noting we did that with other customers and everything else that's going on whilst we're building a company. And we're able to do that because of the technology that we have built today. So, enough from me. It's time to introduce our customer, Howard, who is the CCO over at Macrobond Financial. Just a final big thank you to Howard for doing this for me, and also to Steph and Lauren and the Macrobond Financial team for being our customers.
My name is Howard Rees, and I am the Chief Commercial Officer of Macrobond Financial. Macrobond Financial is a Swedish headquartered fintech data and analytics SaaS platform. And we are actually aiming to totally revolutionize the way that financial firms do their research, think about their research, and distribute their research. I think, like everyone, we're very time poor, and dealing with traditional recruitment companies is very time consuming. There's a lot of time spent upskilling them, teaching them about your business, briefing them on different roles, training them on what your requirements are. You end up having to meet and reject a lot of candidates while you fine-tune the type of person you want and get each of those recruiters to understand the culture of our company, what type of salespeople we're looking for, who's going to be a good fit, levels of experience. There are so many variables when you're hiring salespeople. When you work with a big, diverse set of recruiters, there's just a constant, fairly tiring routine of retraining, re-educating them, and then you have to do that for every different role as well. So it became a real time suck, and I didn't have the time for it, quite frankly. I love the fact that Meritt had created this new AI tool that allowed them to actually really sort of sort out the wheat from the chaff a lot quicker, so that you would spend your time interviewing and screening a much smaller pool of candidates. And with the expertise you had, you would then winnow that down even further. And I was amazed that I didn't really meet any candidates who were terrible. There were some who we didn't end up hiring and we didn't like especially, but there was no one who I thought, my God, why did Meritt put this guy through? So, that is a massive time saver. And for any organization who is looking to hire aggressively, as we were, it was priceless. I think that what was really impressive was we set out to hire one type of candidate in one region. Then we quickly broadened the scope, and you adapted very quickly, and the flow of candidates for the new roles came almost immediately. When we decided to then condense down our search and focus really on one city, you didn't complain, you just tweaked your search and started sending us candidates just for that one location. So I think that's something that I think is really in your favor as well, is that you don't complain when the brief changes, you just get on with it. That's much appreciated as well. Really happy with the way you were able to tackle multiple geographies, but really I think that agility in being able to pivot between the different types of salespeople we wanted, and that was both in terms of location and in terms of experience. I actually went to meet 4 of them in Austin, Texas, and fantastic bunch. I think the fact that we've been able to screen them, not just for sales aptitude, but I think that the Meritt methodology also sort of screens for culture, I guess. And then when you put on top of that my own needs in terms of ability and culture, they just fit together. They felt like a team straight away. As I was leaving, they were making plans to go sailing together. But really bodes well for the future that, that we managed to find a bunch of people who came from quite diverse backgrounds, but instantly seem to strike up a rapport. Attitude is the one thing you can't teach people, and these guys have got a fantastic attitude. AI has been a solution looking for a problem. I think that you managed to bring a little bit of AI into your process. I think that the way that you have gone about asking people to basically almost interview themselves with those video screenings, so that you can then very quickly work your way through many different people. You can see people's body language, you can see how they communicate. You can get so much from those short videos that you don't get from a CV, and that means you don't waste your own time because you're talking to people who you think could have potential. But those time savings cascade through the whole process. I'm thoroughly impressed with Meritt, and I would have no hesitation recommending you to anyone. The one thing that nobody has enough of is time. And what you guys did, you were effectively like bringing an internal recruiter into Macrobond. You understood our needs very quickly. You didn't waste my time with inappropriate candidates. You got me the candidates I needed. You had some very good reporting so that I always knew what was coming through, what I could expect. The fact that I didn't need to chase as well was really helpful. You're very communicative, you get the job done, and anyone who is looking for a sales team, I think it's well worth giving Meritt a try.